Welcome back, everybody. Now, yesterday we beat uncollected difficulty of the new event quest, and today we're just going to go through a guide, how to beat it, best champions, and all that stuff. Alright, so we're going to start with the first quest, then go quest by quest in order to, Alright, but if this loads, then, alright, here. But, by far the best path to take, unless your opinion, but it's straight up the middle because there's no local nodes. There's just the global nodes, which is third special has been activated and 50% attack and health. The others have attacker's power is drained every 30 seconds, which can get really annoying. And over here, every 7 seconds, the next buff triggered by the attacker is immediately nullified, which can also be really annoying. But now there may be a couple of tricky people up here. So here, you mainly want to bring an Incinerate immune for Torch in case you slip up, meaning someone like Sunspot, Ghostrider, I think. Wait, no, they're not. But Night Thrasher, Void, Havoc, Mephisto, Torch again. Actually, no, I'm not sure if Torch is. But anyway, yeah, someone like that. But yeah, Sentinel is up here, and he's got a lot of abilities that you don't want to slip up on. If you slip up on the heavy, then you have a shock on you. If you slip up on Dexing a special, then you have Incinerate. So you can also use the Incinerate immune that you used for Torch, or you can bring in a shock immune like Doom, Corvus, Magneto, etc. Well, Magneto isn't 100%, but Thing is also 100% immune. Medusa, not overly hard, you just gotta know her moves. Deadpool, he's pretty simple, specials are not hard. But Punisher 2099, yeah, you just have to be a little careful about the overdrive. You just have to always know where that is. And then the King Groot, 200% attack, 50% health. Yeah, and like he keeps gaining power. So a power drain person would be nice. So like there's not an extreme amount, but Dormammu, like he's not overly good for power drain, but it can really add up and be really good. If you keep spamming Guillotine Special 1, that can keep power draining. But yeah, over here, you mainly don't want to go this path, but you want someone with staggered for Juggernaut, so like Doom, Symbiote Supreme, and then Professor X, you just have to be careful. You just have to always pay attention to all the buffs he has, so you know when you can and can't attack him. Gambit and Kamala Khan are awful. Doom just got to shield through his blocks. If you know how to dex them, then great, do that. But make sure you have an Incinerate immune, because if he throws his special 1 or special 2 and you mess up the dex, then you can be in trouble. And Rocket, not that hard. Dormammu, he's not overly hard, just got to know his specials. Ghostrider, you just got to know his specials. Oh, he's also a really good power drainer. And Warlock. Storm, not hard. Sentry, not hard. Joe Fixit, you just got to know his specials, how to get through them. I usually just hold shield through them. And Thing, this is the main person, like the hardest person on this path. You just have to be very careful with his rock stacks and try to just do 5 combos. And if you have someone like Phoenix, whose second medium is a double hit, then you kind of want someone with just 5 combos. So yeah, that's it for quest number 1, but now we're gonna head into quest number 2. Alright. Alright, so Bishop is the boss, and he is parry immune. So you want to know his heavy, you want to study it a little bit. The path I took is this top one. The same reason, there's no global nodes. There's Domino, and she can be a little annoying, but you just got to know her heavy, and that's just she throws a grenade. Yeah, Neymar and Omega, you have to keep track of their buffs and stuff. Hawkeye, you can't mess up the special 1. You might want to bring in a bleed immune. Like Morningstar, Iron Man Infinity War, Thing, Magneto. But anyway, yeah, so, and then the other paths, if you really insist on going these other paths, this one has power drain and she throws a special one a lot. Yeah, then that one can work to your advantage, cannot at times. But yeah, if you but if you insist on going this left path, then you just have to be careful with Nick Fury and his unblockable. You just have to keep very close watch on him when he's unblockable. What specials he has, you mainly want to bait his special 2. Hulk, not hard. Archangel, he can be a little challenging if you don't know his moves. Man-Thing, you just have to be careful about his unstoppable with his heavy, I think, or maybe that could just been no the last time I fought him. Beast, he's not overly hard, and Psylocke, just gotta be careful with that power lock. And the specials, you don't want to mess up the decks. But Phoenix, you want to incinerate immune. Actually, no, you don't, because yeah, it's just hard to explain. But like, if you use her right, then you can put incinerate on her. But most computers don't use characters correctly. Squirrel Girl, you just don't want to mess up and get that bleed on you. So again, bring a bleed immune group, but he sucks. Domino only does about, I think, 50%, but you can go Corvus Thing, Korg, Mr. Sinister, and Mordo. You have to be really good against those two, and Black Panther Civil War. You have to be careful about getting, like, parrying yourself. But Night Thrasher, he's not overly hard, just a shock if you mess up the decks of the special one. But yeah, and then Scarlet Witch, just gotta be careful. You just gotta know how to dex her specials. Champion, you have to be careful with his unstoppable. Blade, well, he has a lot, but you just want to know how to dex his specials. Aegon, you just can't mess up because he most likely will have 6 Furies, so that can be crucial. But yeah, Korg, gotta be careful for. I think his specials are unblockable, and Magneto, not overly hard. But the boss, Bishop, the prowess you have to be very, very careful about. And then you also kind of got to know his specials, and that will just help you extremely. Now we're going to hop into Chapter 2. Alright. Now, this one, the boss is a little hard with the bleeds, or, well, if you slip up. Well, actually, I think no, she already has bleeds. So I forgot to read nodes on this one, but the right paths to take is this one far to the left, since there's no global nodes, or there's only global nodes. These ones are hard because you have to always use a heavy to knock it out, or else you do like no damage. But Civil Warrior, he's easy. Sasquatch, just got to be careful about getting hit in his shoot, what's it called? It'll come to me. I want to say concussions, but I know that's wrong. But anyway, I hope you guys know what I mean. Hood, you just got to be careful about his invisibility. Iron Fist, not hard. Red Hulk, he's not overly hard. You might want to bring an evade counter for Spider-Gwen, so Hit Monkey, Falcon, anyone like that. And Red Guardian, he's not too hard if you know his moves. Mr. Fantastic, just got to be careful about that occasional evade. And alright. But yeah, Loki, he's a little hard for me only because I never fight him. Jyn Foster, not hard. Mysterio, he can be a little hard. You mainly want to bait his special one and know how to dex it. Guillotine, not that hard. Quake, just don't get a concussion on you, because then if she holds heavy, then you can get aftershock on you, and that can just wipe out so much damage. Proxima, just know how to dex the special one. You mainly want an armor break character for Howard the Duck. I used Hulkbuster for him, I believe. And Void, you just kind of don't want to get hit by that special 2 or get any power sting on you. Or not power sting, but yeah, you just don't want to get hit by the specials. Iron Fist, he's not hard. Ghost, her specials are not that hard to evade. But oh, this did we go over this path? No, but Winter Soldier, he's not hard if you fight him lots in Realm of Legends. Strange, you want to be careful about. You just want to know his moves. Falcon, you also want to know the moves and how to get away from them. Star-Lord, not hard. Gwenpool, not that hard. Heimdall, you want an armor break character. But Immortal Hulk, you just have to be careful about the end when he becomes unblockable, indestructible, and all that. Thor, you just want to, I don't really know, he's pretty easy. Nova, you just want to be careful, know his moves, when to shield, when to dex, all that. What's his name? Agent Venom, you just don't want to try to dex the special one, because then you can get some insane bleed on you. So just bring a bleed immune, like Morningstar, like the people I said before, Magneto, Corvus, yeah, Cull Obsidian, just know how to fight him, what his moves are. But yeah, Morningstar, she's pretty easy. Yeah, so that Unstoppable can be a little annoying. You just have to be always aware about how long away she is from that. Yeah, that was the main thing that I struggled from. But you just have to be careful about all those nodes. It's just a little tricky. But next quest. Alright, this is the second quest of Chapter 2. Now the boss is Wasp, and she is like relatively difficult just because for evade, so you want to bring a shock immune for her. I don't think I brought Doom that time, but anyway. Alright, so Apocalypse, he's parry immune, so be careful. Maybe bring someone like Sunspot who can parry the parry immune. Clairvoyant, not like you really want to know her moves. Nebula, you also want to bring a shock immune like Wasp, so it's pretty good and crucial to bring a shock immune in this fight, in this quest. Rogue, not overly hard. Well, actually, like you mainly, like you want like she just shrugs off buffs, like gets rid of them so quickly, it's a little annoying. But Darkhawk, you just got to be careful about when you can and cannot hit him. Iceman, bring a frostbite immune. So Torch, Sasquatch, I believe Corvus is also Warlock, Colossus, Emma Frost, etc. But yeah, the best path is probably this path, because again, no global nodes, only global nodes. But yeah, you always want to go to the path where there's no local nodes. Alright, but Captain America Infinity War, not that hard. Crossbones, not overly hard if you know his moves. Nightcrawler, you just want to you want to have an evade counter. He's just very fast and very confusing and very annoying. You want to bleed immune for Yondu because he can inflict bleed on you through your shield. So make sure to grab the bleed immune for him. And Deadpool X-Force, not overly hard. She-Hulk, just don't get hit. But here, Black Panther, just don't get hit. Rhino, be always careful of him. Magic, you want... I usually like Quake, just because she can't use the special activating her limbo. But Miles Morales, just bring evade immune. Emma Frost, you want a parry immune, or someone who can parry the unparryable. Thor Ragnarok, you just got to be very careful about his power gain. Stark, he's not hard as long as he doesn't evade on you. Diablo, not that hard. Cap Infinity War, also not that hard. Cable, you just got to be careful with him. You just got to know his moves. Yellow Jacket, you just can't use his special in the power stinging. You can't try to dex the special one. But this was the path I took. Cyclops, he's not that hard. X-23, not that hard. Taskmaster, you just gotta really know his specials. Mephisto, you really want an Incinerate immune. I brought Sunspot for that fight. Tigra, you just gotta know her moves. I think I struggled a little bit with that fight just because I didn't know her moves. stealth suit, you just want an evade counter with someone with slow, or just like assassin's cunning, like Hitmonkey, or like someone like Falcon. But Wasp, you would want a shock immune who's also an evade counter. Mainly an evade counter because she can't put shock on you through the evade if you have an evade counter. So bring Falcon or Hitmonkey, or all those people that I said before. Alright guys, so sorry I cut out right there. My fault, not yours. Don't worry about it. But yeah, this is the fight. This is the quest with Jubilee. And I took the wrong path, I think. Here, where's that? Here's the path. I mean, there's a lot of really easy people and really annoying people on this path. But this is the path you want to take. Yet again, no local nodes. There's usually always one path like that. But yeah, you have Black Widow, so just got to be careful about the evade. Guillotine 2099, just keep worrying about her digital cloak. Spider-Man, have an evade counter. Black Bolt, just got to be aware of his special 2 and know how to dex his special 1. Ultron just can't mess up, so he can't put bleeds on you. And Captain Marvel, she's not hard, especially if you practice on the Realm of Legends one-lots. But yeah, here was the path I took. I wasn't thinking or looking for stuff like that. But these have a node in Act 5 where they start with lots and lots of armor, and the more you hit them, the less armor they get, making them easier to take down. But you start with Colossus, so you mainly want an armor break character for him. And then you have Spider-Man. You just have to be aware of when he's using his specials and when the evade charge time runs out. And Corvus Glaive, you just have to be extremely careful about that special too, because it's unblockable and he jumps really far forward. So you just want to wait till he's right next to you, then evade back. Iron Man Infinity War, he was the man who I struggled with the most. He's parry immune. I should have used Sunspot. I don't think I did, but yeah, he's just got lots of abilities. Shock, Incinerate, he's like Sentinel. So you just want to bring someone, whoever, if you think you're going to mess up on the special one, bring a shock immune like Doom or Corvus or like Silver Surfer. But yeah, Massacre, I know him pretty well, so he's not that hard for me. But you just can't mess up on the special 2 decks, only because if he crits, then the special 2 can be absolutely insane, especially if he crits twice on both hits. But the Magneto, you want a parry immune, or parry, someone who can parry the parry, someone who can parry the parry immune. But yeah, so I like to use Sunspot for them just because he's my favorite character and he's absolutely awesome. But here, this path, you have Captain America. He's not hard. Iron Patriot, you just can't mess up on the special 2, or the special 1. You can't mess up on either of his specials. But Thor Ragnarok, Hulk Ragnarok, you just have to be really careful about him. You have to always keep track of his buffs, because if you hit him enough, then he basically goes into an unstoppable phase, kind of. He's like Thing. But Ant-Man, he can be really annoying because of the glancing. But him in particular, he's not that hard. But Mole Man, you just can't hit into his block. That's like the number one thing. I cannot stress that enough. But otherwise he's pretty easy. But he's a great defender if you're thinking about putting him on your defensive alliance war. Now, Doc Ock, he's not that hard, or at least not in my opinion. You mainly want to bait special 1s. The special 2's a little harder to get away from. But here, let's go to this path right here, and then we'll go to this path. And then I think we have one more after that, and then we have the last quest. But you start out with Invisible Woman, and through these you have, oh, I hate this node. This was in the first quest of the variant 6. I struggled with it a whole lot. But the more you hit, then the more weakness you get, lowering your attack by I believe 10%. So after a while, you're just doing absolutely no damage. But if you dash back, then it starts to shrug off, And but yeah, Invisible Woman, she's pretty hard. You just have to always be prepared for her invisibility. And Iron Man, his specials are not hard to dex. I say the easiest in the game. Also Bloodstone, if she evades, then she puts Incinerate on you. I don't think if she's actually ever evaded on me, but when I use her, she occasionally evades. But Silver Surfer, you just have to know his moves a lot, and like time everything up right. MODOK, incredibly hard. Not hard, but he just auto blocks lots and lots. It's just very hard to like get through the auto block. So he's not hard, he's just extremely annoying. And he'd be extremely good for this node if you ever see it in Alliance War or anything like that. But Captain Marvel movie, you mainly want to use Doom for her because the shock just wipes off so much. But yeah, she's not that hard. Her special 2 is so fun to dex, and it's actually really cool. Alright, but first you have Ultron, and I believe he evades. It's Fury armor. Alright, but yeah, this node, they kind of steal everything of yours if they're below 25%. I think that's what it said. Yeah. But Ultron, he evades. He's really annoying. He's got tons of abilities. And then Abomination, you really, really, really want to poison immune. So someone like the best people for that, Omega Red, Guillotine 2099, Captain Marvel movie. There's no I don't think there's any other rig tiers. Oh, Hyperion, and I think that's it. But anyway, Hulkbuster, you just want to bring in a shock immune and know his specials, and just don't get hit by the specials 1 and 2 because they are both unblockable, along with the special 3, but all special 3s are unblockable. Luke Cage, probably the easiest fight in the entire game. Not this specific Luke Cage, but Luke Cage, he's one of, if not the #1 easiest person to fight in the entire game. Immortal Abomination, you also want to poison immune, so remember Guillotine, Hyperion, Captain Marvel movie, all those people. Elektra, you just gotta be able to dex her specials. You mainly want to push her to her special 2, because if you get hit, then the bleed can be really annoying. But yeah, in this path, I believe this is the last path. Yeah, we went through that one. But this path right here is the one you want to go for. But you have Vision, and he's not that hard. You just got he just power drains. Guardian, he's kind of hard. You just got to kind of block through the special 2. And that can take a lot of block damage. Elektra, you want someone like Professor X who does energy and not physical. So yeah, but if you don't, he's possibly the worst champion to fight in the whole game. But Kingpin, you just got to be aware of his heavy because he gets unstoppable during it. And you just always want to bait the special 1. The special 2 is a little hard to get away from. And Storm Pyramid X, she's not that actually I don't really know. I don't know her moves very well since I never play her. So yeah, I can't say much. But if any of you know lots and lots about Storm Pyramid X, then just say so in the comments and give a tip. But yeah, Sabretooth, he's not that hard. And Jubilee, you just got to know her stuff. She gets unstoppable and an evade after every single special, so I usually just like to parry her and just try to keep stunning her throughout that time. And then after that, she's not that hard. You mainly always want to bait her special 1 since it's just really easy to get away from. But yeah, yeah, her heavy can last a while, so don't go in too early. But yeah, and now we're on to the final quest, where you fight Strife, and I'd actually say he's easier than Jubilee. But if my game loads, there we go. Alright, but now let's head into this quest. Alright, I've been listening to this music 20 minutes straight, but this is the path you want to take, since there's no local nodes. But yeah, let's just go through that first. You first have Hela, and you just want to know how to dex her specials, know her moves. Old Man Logan, you just always want to bait special 1, just because that's easy to get away from. It's unblockable, so you do want to be careful. But then you have Sorcerer Supreme. I not really struggled, but I had a little tricky time because Storm I don't really know her moves. But Unstoppable Colossus, yeah, you just have to be careful about the Unstoppable. You mainly want to bring in someone with staggered, like Doom, Symbiote Supreme, someone like that. But I used for Warlock, Unstoppable Colossus, and Angela, I used Magneto, since they would all be magnetized against him, and he just absolutely ripped them apart. So yeah, I highly suggest him. Angela, she's pretty, she's not hard, but you mainly always want to go for the special 1. You don't want a regen character against Warlock, because in a long fight, it's almost guaranteed that he'll put the infection on you, and then it'll power drain you, and you won't even regen. I'm not sure if it power drains you or if it power gains him. Alright, but Red Goblin, he's not that hard. He joined a couple months ago with Cosmic Ghostrider. I didn't really struggle against him, but yeah, Airwalker, I don't fight this guy very often, since he's new and he's not in like any of the acts or anything. So I don't know much about him. But Killmonger, oh yeah, you really want to be careful about his specials, know his moves and stuff. So yeah, you just have to always pay super close attention, especially with this node. And Daredevil Netflix, he's really annoying because he like basically shrugs off all the parries. And yeah, he got a buff with whole new animations, so you kind of want to learn his new animations first. Superior Iron Man, you want a regen counter, so either Magneto, Void, Warlock, anyone like that. Yeah, just bring them in, and then his specials are really easy to dex. And Falcon, he's pretty easy. You just gotta know his moves very well, and all that. Now, Carnage, he's not hard. You just gotta be careful about going in too early with the special 1. And Groot, you just want someone like he gets rid of the debuffs really, really quickly, which is a little annoying. So if you want to use Doom or someone, do medium, lay, medium, heavy. It's very tricky. You need a lot of practice with it. And Hitmonkey, yeah, you just gotta know his moves. Like, I remember I struggled with him the first time I ever fought him, but that was just because I was very new to the game. I was not very good, and I didn't have parry, dexterity, any of that. But Dragon Man, he's relatively hard because he's new, and his animations, like, he's a very, like, his specials are very aggressive and come right at you, like, all of a sudden. And Ronan, he's very easy. Yeah, his specials are really easy to get away from. Moon Knight, you always want to push to the special 2, just because it makes fighting him a lot easier. Miss Marvel, not hard. What are these nodes? Arc Overload. This is just regen, so if you go this path, you really need a regen counter. So remember, Warlock, Void, Magneto, anyone like that. But Miss Marvel is pretty easy. Ronan, you just gotta know his moves. But even if you do, he can be a little tricky with his really fast animations. Venompool, he's really big, really fast. You can like kind of feel like stressed out when you're fighting him, but you just gotta know how to get just gotta know his moves, know when they're coming and what to do. Ebony Maw, is really annoying because of the miss. So you just have to be really careful about him. And Black Widow, Deadly Origin, be careful with the shock, and she's very quick. You just got to really know her animations and bring a shock immune. So remember people like Doom, Corvus Thing, Silver Surfer, I know I've said that a lot. But Symbiote Supreme, I don't think he's overly hard. So yeah, and yeah. But here, you have a Nihilist, so you want to bring someone with Staggered, like Doom or Symbiote Supreme, because he gains Unstoppable every once in a while. And then Long Shot, you cannot get hit by this special 2. If you do, you're practically dead. But yeah, so just don't get hit by the special 2. What are the nodes? Okay, so yeah, you mainly don't want for this path to get them to their special 2, because if that happens, they just jump to their special 3 right away. Either that or you want to use special 1 a lot. But yeah, Green Goblin, he's just really annoying to fight with the poison and all that, and his specials. Just try to learn his specials really good before you do. Cosmic Ghostrider, I've only fought him a couple times. The first time it was not fun. He was extremely hard for me since he was brand new. The second time, I'm not sure. I think I fought about the same difficulty. Despite me being a lot better, he was actually a really fun opponent to fight. But Cyclops, just know how to dex his specials. Otherwise, he's not hard. Sunspot, bring an Incinerate immune just in case you slip up. Not saying you will, just in case. But yeah, this is the last path. Havoc, he's a really annoying defender. He's parry immune, so bring someone who can parry the parry immune. Venom, he flies at you really quickly. Just try to practice on the Act 4, Chapter 3 boss Venom. Yeah, and that'll also help with anytime you're fighting Venom Pool or anybody like that. Carnage, yeah, Carnage, he's just gotta know his moves, otherwise he's not hard. Hyperion, his power gain can be so annoying. He pushes himself to the special 3 all the time. You just have to constantly be baiting, and it's really annoying. But yeah, Gambit, he's not overly hard, just gotta be careful. What are the nodes on this path? Alright, so this path is not overly hard node-wise. But Night Thrasher, just bring a shock immune in case you mess up the special. And Strife, the final boss out of all this event quests, he gains invisibility after every special for a couple seconds. But other than that, that's really all he has. He's not that hard. I believe you want to always bait his special 1. I can't exactly remember, but I do remember his special 3 is really cool. So if he's at low health and you have lots of champions left, then just push him to a special 3 for fun. See what it looks like. You will not regret it. But everybody, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a like, leave a comment. Please check out my channel. If you like that, please hit the subscribe button. I post every day, so I will see you guys tomorrow.